7. Are you here, Peter? Great.
Right, good morning everyone. This is the last performance report for this calendar year. It's quite steady to previous ones. I'll just quickly recap it for you though. Levels of service are still up as they were last year. They're up around the 90% mark and steady. We're doing a lot of work with heads of service to maintain that. Watch list and non-watch list projects have, or especially watch list, has gone backward a little bit. That's mainly because while the overall number of watch list projects is about the same, the new ones that you've put in there are not as successful in terms of their milestones. So when I say delivery, I'm stressing actual delivery on the ground, not spend as a euphemism for delivery. So there was more detail in the PMO report on capital. Planning for capital, the other end of the pipe, still looks good for the first year. The outer year, the recalculation has brought that back a little bit. So there's a bit of focus to be brought to bear there to make sure that we're actually providing enough planning to make capital successful. Value for money, I'll stress overall budget is fine for council. There are a few activities within the budget that need a look, whether that's a spend issue or a planning issue, and the finance team is onto that. Overall capital within approved budget, the trigger point for paying attention is 10%, and we're just slightly over that in terms of underspend. So again, there's a bit more in the PMO report on that. Overall, those results are very consistent with the last 6 months or so. So it's very steady as she goes. Service delivery, probably the standout there. And there are, of course, the staff comments and exceptions for each level of service at the back of that. I'm not going to line by line those. There was also a question from Councillor Kewen in the last Finance Committee meeting about the digital program, and we've provided a response there. I believe it's right at the back. Yes, as an extensive response there. It's page 62 on my list, but it's basically the digital budget, how it works, why it works, including benchmarking. So again, I'm not going to line by line that, but we've provided at least the beginnings of an answer there for that question. That's the quick overview. I'm very happy to address any detail if I can, or if not, I'll refer it to the head of service and come back to you.
Great, thank you. So that's been moved by me and seconded by Jake, and then we'll go to questions. So Tyler?
Is there still a digital briefing to come to council, even though there's been this staff response?
I'm actually not sure of the answer to that. Can I possibly confer and come back to you, because I don't know about a briefing.
Okay, sweet.
We can take that.
Take it offline.
Cool. Yanni?
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to check if we know where we've got to with the, on page 29, the percentage of wastewater mains with high or very high consequences of failure inspected as scheduled in their lifespan. And we've just got the, we've just told that there needs to be additional budget to meet the target and additional spend is required. Then it just says investigate provision of additional funding, which is basically exactly the same as what we got told last month and probably the month before. So I'm just wondering, like, when do we make a decision on that spend to get that target met? Because I'm just mindful of, like, we had, like, with Glendovie Road, or with Fitzgerald Ave, we've got some significant risk around this.
I understand. It's possibly a little unfair, but I might suggest that Gavin might be able to either give you a start of an answer or come back to you.
Next year we're looking to increase the amount of inspection lengths that we've got currently by redirecting budget across our OPEX to the asset team.
I just wonder, like, in these reports, like, would it not be helpful to kind of be told that rather than just have this kind of wording that just doesn't really say anything about what's happening? No.
Well, I think that's what you just said. Doesn't Kevin say exactly?
So have you committed? Sorry, can I just be clear? Have we committed the additional funding or not?
He said they were looking at it.
We're looking at it.
Yeah.
So there will be additional inspections above what we have planned this year. But we won't meet that target this year. We're looking to increase further inspections next year to get closer to that level of service.
Right. And what would stop us from committing that funding now, like through a change request?
We wouldn't want to commit. Obviously, the reason to plan for the last quarter, we'll know where our operational budgets are to decide to redirect funding towards the inspections. So we don't want to commit this early in the financial year.
Cool. Okay. Pauline, did you have a question?
That was my question.
Oh, great. Okay. Aaron.
But if I can
Sorry.
follow up, that I think what Councillor Hanson's trying to say is that this is one of our priorities, and so we would like it prioritised. The funds are coming from existing budgets to actually get this work done. It's 111,000. So if it's not a deliverability issue, it needs to be a priority.
This financial year, we can't commit to increasing the budgets until we have a lot of other priorities. I mean, we can look at what we can direct to the inspections, but at this stage, I wouldn't be comfortable to commit increasing those budgets this financial year from the OPEX.
Okay. Aaron.
Yeah, this just on the answers on digital. So the big question relies around the benchmarking, which says in here is quite hard to do because of the way it's measured in different places. Can we, going forward, and I'm not sure this might even lead into annual plans and stuff, Sam, have benchmarking on a number of items, not just digital? It'd be good to know that in Christchurch, the digital spend is I don't know, $83 per capita. And then our water delivery is whatever it is so we can benchmark against other councils, because if some councils are getting kilometres of road for half the price, it'd be good to know. But just those going forward, I think, would be quite helpful, so we can know where we should be looking more.
Yeah, through you,
Yep.
Mr. Chair, yes, we can do that, and we can actually look at where we're already benchmarking and bring that back for you.
Because that's a good way that if we're really out of line on something in our system, that's where we could be going, why are we so out of line? There could be good reasons for it, but it's good to know.
Yep.
Thank you.
Follow that up.
Melanie.
This is a specific one about parks, is the measure about green space per, so I'm on page 46. Green space per population, and we've got a target of 1.9 hectares per 1,000 population. And then it's on hold, and I think it's been like that for quite a while, but it's something we brought up in the workshops that we've had, but it doesn't actually say where we're at. So it doesn't have, we don't know what the measure is. So it's on hold. Maybe we're not purchasing any more green space currently, but what is the rate? That should be recorded in here.
I'll follow up on that
Yeah, thank you.
with the area.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that's been moved and seconded. All in favour? Against? That's carried. Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so let's go to the financial report.